All right, let's talk about this next game. The next game is the NFC Championship, which will be the same day, just at 6:30 p.m. Eastern on Fox. And the LA Rams are going to the Seattle Seahawks, their divisional rival. The Seahawks are hosting this game. Man, the Seahawks and Rams both have looked so great offensively and defensively all year. I would say on the offensive side, it's kind of neck and neck. I can't really like pinpoint on who can be better than the other just throughout the whole season. I think there's some games, obviously, Seattle has just thrown it out of the park, scoring 40 plus per game, 40 plus in like 2 games or 3 games, I think it was this season. And then the the Rams having an MVP quarterback, in my opinion, this year with Matthew Stafford on how he's been getting the ball to his primary target in Puka Nakul, but then his secondary target in Devontae Adams that he led the league in receiving touchdowns. That two offenses are just great. I just think, in my opinion, the Seattle's defense is a little bit better than the Rams defense. But I want to get your thoughts on this. Who do you think is going to win this game and why?
Um, I actually haven't had trouble picking this game. I think the Rams are gonna win. I think they are the better team. I think they're better coached, which is saying a lot because I think Seattle is very well coached. I think Matt Stafford, Devontae Adams, I think they know where they're at in their careers, and you don't get too many opportunities to get to the Super Bowl. This one is staring you in the face. This should be in LA, but the Rams kind of fell off at the end of the season. And they've been to Seattle already, obviously division rivals. But when they were in Seattle, they really kicked their butts for like 95% of the game. I believe they were up 30-14 and so happened to blow it and lost in overtime. I think the Rams are going to be just fine. I think it'll be tougher. I don't think the Seahawks defense is going to give up 37 points like they did last time. But the Rams defense has had a lot of success against Sam Darnold dating back to last season when he was on the Vikings. And although I do think there's concern with the Rams defense, they played really well last week against a really good Bears offense. And man, I just trust Sean McVay and I trust Matt Stafford to get the job done. I don't think there's been a receiver better than Puka Nakua this season. The Seahawks defense is fantastic. I have nothing but love and respect for them. But I have both underdogs winning this week. I've got the Rams winning somewhere along the lines of 30-27. And maybe if things really get crazy, 34-30. But yeah, I got the Rams on the road advancing to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, man. I got the Rams on the road too, man. But just to put out the same stats that it was for the AFC Championship, LA and Seattle throughout the whole season. Points per game, 31 for LA, first in the league. 25 for Seattle, third in the league. Yards per game, 395 for LA, first in the league. 351 for Seattle, seventh in the league. Time of possession per game, 31 minutes for LA, 12th in the league. 30 minutes for Seattle, 14th in the league. Total defensive sacks, 47 for LA, 7th in the league. And the same goes for the Seattle Seahawks. Total defensive interceptions, 16th for the Rams, 6th in the league. 18 for the Seattle Seahawks, 5th in the league. So right there, neck and neck. Total turnover differential, plus 10 for the Rams, 5th in the league. Minus 3 for the Seattle Seahawks, 19th in the league. So their defense has been great, but it's not like the Rams defense is not up to par. I think they're both neck and neck there when it comes to the defense. Again, in my opinion, I just think the Seattle's defense is a little bit better. We're here with the stats. They're just mentioning it with the interceptions. They've gotten 2 more interceptions than the LA Rams, and obviously the same amount of sacks in the LA Rams. So I would say kind of right on that. A little bit different. But bro, first in the league was scoring points, man. That just shows how many weapons that they have with Matthew Stafford at the realm, Puka Nakul, Devontae Adams, Kyron Williams, who's been running like a monster. He's running like he deserved that contract extension, which he absolutely did. Their offensive line is playing impeccable because I have not seen Matthew Stafford get pressure so much this season. Like I haven't really seen it. I don't even think. I mean, obviously, I'm not watching every single minute of every single Rams game, but think he barely got sacked this season. I don't know. You tell me. But I don't know, man. I like the way the Seattle's playing as well. I think their offense is really damn good. Sam Darnold really has proven me wrong, man. I really thought that it was just a fluke year that he had with the Minnesota Vikings. Then he went to Seattle. I didn't think he was going to do it again. Really proved me wrong there. Jackson Smith-Njigba looked like the best fantasy player this year. Probably offensive player of the year, in my opinion. But, dude, the way that they're not going to have Chad Burnett for this game, I think it's really going to hurt them because the way that they've been using him with the red zone touchdowns and trying to get him to score every single touchdown every single time, it's really going to affect them. Now they're going to have to rely on Kenneth Walker or doing other play calls when it comes to red zone. And the way that the defense of the LA Rams have been playing, it looks like they're not going to give up big plays. You're going to have to beat them inch by inch and get to the red zone. So we're going to see what Seattle does in the red zone yardage, man, because you don't have Chad Burnett, who's their number one red zone scorer. It's going to really affect them, bro. And that, because of that, I got to go with the LA Rams. I think they only win by a field goal. I think it's going to be a close game. I do think that each quarterback can throw at least 2 touchdowns, but I think Kyron Williams sets it off with a touchdown and at least 80 yards.
Okay, fine with me. Shout out to the Rams.
Yeah, man. No, they've been looking good all year, man. Seattle's been looking good all year. I think they both deserved it to be up to this point.
For sure.
And then, dude, with Sam Darnold, man, I think even if he loses this game, would you still consider him to be? And when I say lose, like if he doesn't do good this game and they lose, would you still consider him to be one of the top, I would say 15, maybe top 10 quarterbacks in the league this season?
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Top 15 for sure. He's bald. I'm not typically one that likes to get swayed by one game. Philly fans. But yeah, he's bald this year. He top 15 for sure. And I think I'm happy he has a consistent job. He'll be able to start for Seattle again next year and either build on potentially a Super Bowl run or at least get ready to gear up and try again next year.
Yep.